because the enemy team has Viper Cypher, we might be seeing it. Both teams actually have Viper Cypher. This is a very high elo lobby. And I'm going to explain what this is exactly why Cypher has become meta on this map as well. Like why he's favored over Killjoy. And Cypher's always been meta on Breeze, but this like solidified him as a highly meta pick on the map. It's got to do with the fact that both Viper and Cypher can utilize their utility across the map. Okay. The point is, it's very clear.
What's new? My ult's ready.
The point's very straightforward. If we have, let's go to defense. We have Viper. We have Cypher. So let's pretend Viper wants to set up her utility on B and Cypher wants to set up his utility on A. You might see them like orb. You might see some like mid wall. It doesn't really matter what they're throwing. We can talk about this later. But some orb, some wall. Yeah, and Cypher will throw some trips. Doesn't really matter where. Don't worry about that for now. The point is, their utilities on the site that they're on. And what would happen in like solo queue is KO knife will come in. You'll get suppressed. Your util will drop and they'll rush you. Or they'll KO ult or whatever. And conveniently on Breeze, because these agents have global utility, what they'll do is they'll set up these trips and that smoke and whatever, and then they'll switch sites in pro play and even in high low solo queue. And now if this chamber gets rushed like a KO knife or a KO ult, the Viper can still put her orb up. No problem. And the inverse is true as well. If the Viper gets KO knifed or KO ulted, then these trips are still in play. So that's why it's very common to see these two agents picked together. In fact, there's even, I forget which game it was in, but this was in a pro VOD on this map and a team was doing this and the KO had some knife. What was the lineup? Like here. And the dude literally threw a knife. I got the wrong lineup, I think. Yeah. He threw a knife to tag the enemy Viper on A and then they ulted out B. To essentially cancel the Viper orb while they push the Cypher. But that's like how the map, that's why KO is so strong on this map though, because if you imagine the normal setup where it's just Viper on B, it's very hard to push through this choke point because of the orb and the mollies. The KO can shut all of that down. You can suppress her and then you can push out and it's very, very straightforward. Boo. There's a lot of tech on this map and I am going to be releasing a guide for this map soon. While I have a lot of people here because they show up for the pro analysis, I do want to show like what I believe will be the new default like attacking wall. Let me see if I can hit it right. Hit this side. This like mid adjustment is really important. It's like impossible to jump up there dry, but with like a proper mid control wall, you can actually just completely cover this. And you can come up here to take this control before you drop the wall. And of course you'd combo this with the nest orb if you're Giga Sweat. Okay, onto the KO VOD. This be double controller meta. Breeze is very likely to become Viper Harbor meta, yeah, if I had to guess. Viper Harbor, and I wouldn't be surprised to see like Cypher, Sky, and then a +1. Like Neon is a popular duelist on this map. Jet obviously always popular. Raze might be better now with the mid changes.
I think B. All B. I got mid cross. Nice coming in. Wait, it's a fake. Ding, KO.
Sheesh. He's throwing a very normal knife. Let me show you how to throw it.
30 seconds left.
This is like baby's first KO knife. And I'm setting myself up for failure because I'm going to whiff it. But nope, I am chilling. So you're essentially hitting this wall here. It's unbreakable and it tags everyone by the B hit. And the way you throw it is you just aim above these bricks, you run and you throw. It is very hard to miss. Just make sure you're aimed a bit above the bricks. Notice if I'm not high enough, I hit that ledge. Just aim up, run, throw. Aim up, run, throw. Okay. Don't worry, it's going in the playbook. This is like the default hacking KO knife on this map. It basically just tells you if anybody's B-side for free. Very good. And honestly, it's one of is probably one of the exceptions to the rule. You know how I'll talk about throwing rechargeables early on into the round is frowned upon on pistol round? I think this one's an exception. Boo. So unless you play so fast. Do 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 bo bo bo. There we go. Back to the VOD.
King, think the KO. No, bro, wait, what you
That dart is so early. Anyways, a really good defensive pattern on this map is Sova will huck a dart high up on this ledge because it's very hard for the attackers to break. But this Sova's actually trolling. I don't know who Lucky Leader is, but
they're gonna just chill. They're gonna reset now.
yeah. Now they can attack off interval.
It's not gonna be A now because they know we know. They're gonna have to think of something else. I'm gonna go play in this corner.
I'm hiding.
I broke cam.
I got mid cross. There's nothing mid.
Yeah.
So the attackers are either going to hit literally right now. They're going to pop. They probably don't have time to do that though. They would pop A if they were going to. Or they're going to wait like 30 seconds. And the reason why is if we go to like the 40-second mark here, it's highly likely that either Sova or KO will get a bit insecure at some point and try to gather more info. And that way one of the recharges will be down again. And they'll be able to hit against one rechargeable. Oh, they might be trying to pop.
Can you...
Nope, they don't have time anymore.
Nice.
Damn. Just kill him, bro.
I'm a knife A. Just wait. Play for this info.
There's the rechargeable I was talking about. It's pretty predictable that one of them would throw for info. And so if the attacking team were like super giga 5-head, they could actually just be like chilling way back here. But unlikely.
Lean towards B.
So it's probably B.
They can go window. Can you pick up windows?
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat.
I can flash for you B. Okay.
I got the sneezies.
Remember, wall is still B. They kind of have to be.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
A mid.
Oh, last two A. Never mind.
Stairs. Oh my god. Yeah, one was he was like stairs. Might be under.
It was 1 HP.
Spike planted.
Viper ran back.
The KO was the one stairs, guys.
I don't want you to forget this. Boop, 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 boop. When you're rotating through mid on any agent on this map, this angle is like really efficient for getting free shots off on A. The odds that you kill them are quite low, okay? But the odds that you get damage off are quite high. You can even jump up here, but this is pretty excessive. You don't want to come up over here. But right here is really good, especially with the this door used to be like slanted and the angle was still good, but now the angle's like giga good. I'll like screenshot it because it's kind of hard to illustrate it in the playbook. There's a lot of goofy angles like this on Breeze that you're gonna have to just sort of remember. I'll try to highlight some more of them if we don't see Asuna playing all of them. The point is here, he's looking for free shots here in the A retake.
A knife to see if Viper's so close.
KO or Sky's better on this map now, Huge? It's gonna depend if you're playing Harbor. I think if you're playing Harbor, it's probably gonna be Sky. You might play both though, I don't even know.
87 on KO?
I could see it being no duelist.
Bro, I mean, is this my fault or like what?
Okay, it's not his flash that blinded him, it's the enemy KO.
My fault or like what?
Typically Sky if single initiator. On this map, it's rare to play single initiator though.
One enemy remaining.
But it's just Harbor is so good. Harbor wasn't really a thing when Breeze first was played. He came out near the end of like Breeze's rotation in the competitive scene. I remember at the time people were thinking Harbor might replace Viper on the map. I thought that was a bit crazy, but maybe, because one of Viper's problems on this map is that she commits her wall to the hit. And once her wall is down, she can't leave. We actually saw this happen here. That's why Asuna came B side, because their wall was already on B. And Asuna was thinking, well, now they kind of have to hit B. Harbor doesn't have that weakness on this map. Replace. Honestly, yes, single controller Harbor is viable on Breeze. No cap. Like, it was actually a legitimate thought. And it still is a legitimate thought. I wouldn't be surprised if a team tries it. Because Harbor can wall for a B hit. They can reset, and he can wall for an A hit. Is really good. Is really good. The value of that's not to be understated.
I was looking like stairs, I'm not gonna lie.
There's merit to the idea.
Take out Cypher's camera.
And I can't because this corner my cam's actually not good, but I'm retarded.
I don't know what to say. I literally.
Yeah, I wouldn't shrug off the idea of solo Harbor on this map in pro, but it's unlikely, I'd say.
Hold on.
This is the lineup? Yeah, it is.
Hold on.
See you lining up though.
Got it like that? You got lineups on the fly like
Yeah.
that?
Tell me when.
Alright, wait, hold on.
And I know where he's standing and aiming, but it doesn't make sense to my noob brain.
Flashbang.
Oh.
Flash.
Popping. Yup. Okay, that flash is popping right there. Right there. Your teammate has to peek close wall as it pops. And they will get half blinded. So he is standing right here. And he's aiming right here. And I will explain how to aim it. It's very easy to aim. And this is for your teammate to peek. They have to peek close. These heckin' pro players are on another level. They've probably been scrimming this map enough that Xander already knows that. Which is crazy. So he's just aiming like roughly at this junction up here. I was actually lining it up with like the middle of this straight up, which it appeared to be more what he was doing. As you can see here, he's not really aiming at that junction, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to draw it the way that I'm pretty sure he's lining it up. Just so it's accurate to the playbook. But you can line it up probably the other way as well. He's standing here. The flash is popping here, so you will need your teammate to peek close.
Wobby.
B, who's B? So dart, B dart. B dart.
You already know that knife?
One more. One right here in the corner.
Notice he's always rotating through mid. Very common for KO to want to rotate through mid. Rotating through spawn is really like it's a Viper thing on this map. Coming through mid is really important here, especially because of this becoming a singular choke. It's actually really easy to rotate through mid this way. You can take contact, fight a guy, but now you're pretty safe. Only thing to be wary of course, is some crazy guy shifting up here. But this will almost never happen without some type of noise. The knife not tag anyone? It did not. They were already out, I believe. No tag. Why should Viper go through spawn? I got you.
30 seconds left.
Make them beg.
So Viper tends to go through spawn on this map, so that way you're retaking from multiple lanes. And Viper also has the she's got the hacking. There's like multiple good mollies for Viper to throw on the retake from this spawn rotation that can affect post plant. So like people will play up here playing tunnel, you can molly them. People will play back here trying to fight McDonald's, you can molly them. And then Viper can take control of McDonald's after those mollies. It's very straightforward. Her mollies are just, the lineups are more intuitive from over here. Okay.
One right here in the corner.
Throwing charge.
Oh, this guy's got so much tech. Is this a legitimate nade? Because he's bouncing it. The reason why I'm suspicious is because he's bouncing it off of a round object. And it's very rare to have a lineup that bounces off of a round object.
30 seconds left.
I'll keep them quiet. Activating kill mode.
Because mathematically speaking is
Kill mode is default.
highly inconsistent. Aiming here. What? He's walking forwards, crouched. What? Does he stand up? No. Run? Yeah, he's walking forward. Don't worry, I did that. Don't worry.
Throwing charge.
I think he's trying to get it to land there. I don't think he intended for it to bounce.
Fragment.
What?
Grenade.
He's probably trying to come over here. This doesn't look right.
Throwing charge.
One right here in the corner.
Yeah, his molly seems kind of wung. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I'm lining up these trees in the background to be 1-to-1 with what he sees. So he's here, but he's further back.
Throwing charge.
He walks forward and throws it. Yep, and that's the bounces, dude. This is a shit molly. He missed. He missed. Remember his bounces to the left? His is bouncing off this box and landing here. Definitely not what he meant to do.
B-man, Cypher. Going back on site. Cypher's back site, one's pillar.
I think the Cypher knows on window.
But the one that lands on top of the box is not tech, is all I'm saying. If it was tech, it would be consistent. I assure you. He's just trying to make shit up.
Spike planted.
Hey, chill, I have a timing.
I'm like shooting.
Mine.
I'll aim backside.
Push spawn. 119 on Sova. Viper's push spawn, I think.
There was actually a flash he could have done here. I'm surprised he didn't. Maybe, how do you do it again? Is it crouch? Throw it over?
Flash.
What's the tech?
Flash.
There's a way to consistently, like, pop this thing around the box. Aim at the tip. Like, one step back, aim at the tip. Yeah, notice how that didn't blind me, even though it really should have.
Flash. Flashbang.
Oh, it's actually...
Flash.
There it is. Yeah. So, you stand a little back, you right-click at the tip of any box, and it flashes right on the other side of it. Like, the flash would pop here. And the point is, you can sort of, like, instantly peek with these, and it doesn't blind you at all. Like, you see that? How it didn't blind me?
Flashbang.
Like, it really looks like that should be blinding me. You know what I'm saying? But it just doesn't. I'm full speed peeking those. So that's just tech. I'm surprised he didn't use it here.
Last player standing.
Spawn and did.
119 on
enemy
Viper.
remaining.
Out wide. Oh my.
Tough.
My bad. I tried to flash that guy.
I don't know why I remember that tech right now. I'm pretty sure it's because it was like, it became famous around this box. Because you like come over here, they're pushing out B main, and you like fight them here. So, just keep that in mind. I just remembered that tech.
Flash.
I don't know I don't know how I remembered that. Because I forgot that like the entire initiator arc while this map was out of rotation. Because you can do this with any box that's this height. Is there the tip? Anyways.
One of my cameras is broken.
You'll get a feel for that. Just boot up a custom. You'll know you're doing it right when you can walk full speed after flashing and not get blind. So that's wrong. You probably have to flash it wider. Yeah. Like you should not get blind when you do it.
Flash.
There. And it should really look like you're going to get blind.
Got lined up for KO on Breeze. Yeah. But
Remember you banned KO for a couple of weeks? Yes. And then I learned him and I decided he's still banned unless you have hella prep.
the sites are a little bit different and shit.
I remember when people argued you could wing him, and I had to validate that myself. I had multiple pros argue that you could, but then I tried it out, and I'm pretty sure they're just different. You can't wing this agent.
Kill all your opponents.
They won't be again.
I'll knife it again.
Suppress it.
Cam saw you, Cam saw you.
One
So,
suppressed.
His right click is still really good, Pen Flash. It's just you have to have a really good feel for the game. Like these pros saying you can wing him are the same people who can just whip this flash out in the heat of the moment. While like a platinum KO is never gonna whip that shit out without knowing about that tech, you know? Or they can like perfectly flash around a corner with a left click. Like even I can't. Like it's 15 and my flash is popping too deep there. Like I don't know. I don't know how to get the right fucking arc for it. Like whatever. The point is I can't wing this guy. And most people can't.
going in.
Better. He's very aggressive with his mid control and I like it. After this knife, we're gonna draw starting angles. He's like pair up. He's always walking mid here. And then he's either aggressing or like rotating if it is looking like B in this direction. So lots of mid rotation.
I don't think so.
You know, the old right click, KO is practically a duelist.
One man.
Spike down A.
God, he's so much better.
Fragment.
Oh, I can block. Oh,
Flash.
One enemy remaining.
Shit.
God damn, just the rot. Hey, you want to be a coach for 100 Thieves? Because you're pretty fucking dog shit at the game.
It's true. It's true. Those who can't play, we all coach. It's true. Why does he have to say words that hurt?
I would fucking coach way better than that. Mike's HD guy. Who the fuck is that?
Shut up. Shut up.
That's not nice, bro.
Question mark? Question mark? This Mike's in the stream. I can't.
I'm going to get into your lobbies, Asuna, and throw your goddamn elo with my coach aim. Deal with it.
Don't know.
What does Asuna say to the Banana Man? I mean, he raided us yesterday, Pen Flash.
Oh, yo, what up, Big
I don't know if you were
B?
here.
Oh my, let me give you VIP. There you go. Soon, don't worry. Here's VIP, bro. You want mod as well? Or you want like...
Shutting them down.
What else do you want, bro? I'm nervous, not used to having world champions.
Tech alert!
Want, like,
Tech alert! This one's pretty easy. But it's still tech. So, do you see this wall? That's what he's aiming for.
Suppressing.
I don't think it matters if you back up when you throw the knife.
Them down.
It does not.
Knife deployed.
In fact, you can even run and throw this one. It's all the hecking same. It doesn't really influence the velocity of the knife. He's just aiming there. I don't know how to explain this one other than there's no shot you're missing this shit. Okay? Just aim there. Like, really, it's generous. You're not missing this shit. Like, look at this thing. Aim a bit above it and to the left. This is your target. It's gonna hit. Relax. This knife is really easy. What is it actually scanning? I want to place it appropriately on the mini map. Yeah, it's technically just landing right here. It is scanning anybody walking up mid is the point. Zoop. 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 Zoop.
Shutting them down.
What else do you want, bro? I'm nervous, not used to having world champions in my chat.
One main.
Elbow.
Elbow,
Yeah,
yeah.
elbow.
Pick up the deagle.
I'm depressed now. Goodbye.
for B.
No, Mike. Fuck. Yeah, look good for Bucio. Yeah, body shot. They call me body shot Barry. I can flash for you elbow. I'm a really good team
One
player, and I know
enemy
flashes
remaining.
for elbow. Here.
Spike
Okay.
down
Flash,
B.
flash.
Aim it, aim it, aim it. What do you mean flash?
He's a really good team player and he knows flashes for elbow.
Flash.
Holy. I'm pretty sure you're just trying to flash over the box though if you're gonna flash here. Can you?
Flashbang.
Can you get it there? Yeah, not really. So you're just gonna flash around the corner?
Flashbang.
Barely around the box? Yeah.
Flash. Flash.
Okay. We'll see if he throws it.
Flashbang.
Because the height definitely can matter here. But otherwise we'll just put it in the playbook and I'll tell you the height that I think is appropriate.
I would never tell a teammate.
Ping the box checks distance. That's pointless. This is a vertical height change.
You're a liar.
That distance trick for KO, okay, it's so overblown because the angle at which you throw the flash changes the distance it travels, and the vertical height between you and the angle you're throwing at changes the distance. Stop trying to wing this, H is all I'm gonna say. Okay, if you're like a KO one trick with 1,000 hours, you can absolutely feel the right angles for these winged flashes. But the rest of us all have fucking lineups, and Asuna was about to throw a lineup. Okay.
Flash.
He was just gonna throw it like this. Be like, this is really good. I'm just gonna put it in. Anyways, if case you're curious, it's 28 meters. See, and this is a perfect flash for a 28-meter corner. Like, you can't wing this skin agent. I hate people who act like you can. It actually drives me off the walls. Boop, boop, boop. Anyways, you need to aim just slightly to the left of this line and just a bit below the leaves. Shoop. Playbook's getting dirty.
Give me the gun. Back.
Yeah, just play Sky exactly. Like if you're not gonna learn lineups on KO, just don't play KO. Simple.
They're gonna grab.
Nah, I love shit post. Someone
Shutting them down.
Cypher towards elbow.
One
yeah, Cypher
suppressed.
suppressed. He's suppressed. You might be able to break some threads.
Grab an orb. It's K. It's A. It's A.
I'm up.
Can you knife?
Walks away.
One mid. Cypher mid.
Charge.
Cypher mid. I'll kill him.
Joan, brother.
Okay. This is a good nade. And believe it or not,
One mid.
while he is partially winging it, there is a specific part of this wall that you want to bounce the nade off of to hit there. It's same for Viper Molly. You have to bounce it. It's like this quadrant. Or okay. There's like 3 rectangles, and there's this colored bit. You don't want to hit this colored bit. It's got weird geometry. So from where he is, he's hitting the edge of this thing. He's aiming a bit higher, but that'll make it bounce the right way. And then it's feel for how much you have to arc it depending on distance. You can see that's nearly perfect where he just threw. Yeah, because if they come out here, they'll get damaged. So he's bouncing off of this quadrant here. You never want to try and bounce it off of this. Because for whatever reason, this thing has funny geometry. Like you can get, case in point, you can get really dumb bounces off that part. Okay. So the wider you are, the more to the left you're going to have to bank it. This is actually a feel thing. I can't really do it with KO very effectively. That one's not bad, but I've got it down with Viper Mollies. So that is a Wung nade, but something that he's probably practiced throwing. So fucking handsome,
Spike
bro.
down
Oh,
A.
he's there. Okay. One boom.
Yeah, he just ran up.
Okay. Pop quiz. Why is he crouch spray right now? because I'm gonna defend him. Got hit? No, no. He's committing to the cross spray actually before he even gets tagged. Really, he like basically commits to it like here. Like he's not reacting to the tag. He's not reacting to the tag. He's not that fast. Spray transfer? What? Yeah, he's dead. The answer is he's dead. He's already dead, so he's just trying to get some damage off.
Yo, mid
down
Failing.
A.
Okay, okay. One boom boom.
Hey, just run up.
Look at me go. I'm just like an animal, a robot.
True.
That's fucking
One
crazy.
enemy
Yeah, that's
remaining.
pretty crazy.
Nice what's right. Planting right side pyramid.
Right here. Planning on shrimp. Planning on
Planning on shrimp.
shrimp, guys. Planning on shrimp. Yep.
You know what? Props, bro. I still call it left titty and right titty. We should put it in the playbook. This is shrimp. And this is crab. I don't remember it in the heat of the moment right now. It's actually my own hacking. An issue I've got as well. Okay, good nade. Good call out.
Hello, how are you?
No one looks at that, bro.
Says plenty gone. What? What were you saying? What are you doing?
Shrimp. He's planning shrimp. Do you not know call out?
Jet.
They're shrimping crowd, bro.
You failed. Let's see. Revealing area.
Oh, shrimp!
I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've seen someone call it that. Like, it is correct, and we should start calling it that shit.
You're so proud.
Because left, right titty changes depending if you're attacking or defending. No, it doesn't. But some people think it does. This is always right titty. It's like stage left and stage right. So it's from the perspective of the attackers. You'd always call this one right titty. At least that's what high-low players would do. But that's the source of the confusion. Because a lot of people in lower ranks especially, you say right titty and they're standing here. They look this way. And they're wrong. Because it's right titty. And so shrimp and crab is way better. Way better. It's just we have to get used to it.
Someone play A for me. So if you want to
Pro teams, they called them alpha and beta for a while. But now shrimp and crab makes the most sense to adopt because
I just ran past it right now.
it's going to transcend
You need, oh god.
various teams.
Gotta go A.
More consistent.
Hey, better.
You don't want to invent your own callouts if you can avoid it. Because when you like hire a new player or something, you don't have to bring them up to speed. Like, oh, that's alpha. Yeah, that's annoying. So
No, they won't go in.
we're probably going to swap to shrimp and crab.
Mid to, A split, A split, A split.
You are
Molly, Molly, Molly. Yeah, I mean,
Bro's got shit on.
The big man.
bro, sorry.
I'm gonna get back.
suppress it.
City mid. Good cross.
Spike planted.
Neon, sprint it out. They're playing lineups, I think. Let's take the site quicker.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll kill the guy doing something.
No, please. No one else
I'll
is.
see this guy playing.
Yeah, I'm surprised he thought the planter got out because he denied the cross so heavily. But hey,
Planted.
more power to him.
Neon, sprint it out. They're playing lineups, I think.
He's actually so heads up though. Like he's such a good mid rounder.
Take the site quicker.
Look at that. He hears Neon running back main, and so he thinks that this guy's like going deep main to play lineups. He's like, yo, let's take the site quicker.
Okay, I'll kill the guy doing something.
Thought Neon was planter? Yeah, I think he thought wrong.
There's 2 bricks and then 1.
Oh, he's out. Smart. Nice.
How the fuck? Bricks, bricks, 1.
One enemy remaining.
Ultimate is ready.
Kind of like sting. Love that.
I'll wall it again.
Ace split?
Maybe A split?
Inner and outer would go so hard. No, it fucking wouldn't. You could argue that either of these could be inner. Like, bro, I could be inner right now. Or I could be outer. Like, they both fit, both of them.
Running out.
Grenade out. Flashbang.
Crab and shrimp are pretty much perfect. Because they're not location relative. inner, outer, left, right, front, back are all relative.
Down A.
Behind you.
I know exactly where you
Hey, bomb.
Up mid, up mid.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. He doesn't run up. He just like mollies. Leader look. Yeah, what? More like that aspect of that. I cooked that. I'll be a driver soon.
Knife deployed.
Wall could be. Knife.
One
Sova, just
suppressed.
Sova, just Sova. Cindy, can you stay?
Why Odin on Sova and Breeze, by the way? Odin's
Yeah,
just
Neon's
good.
in.
There's a lot of recon players who just play Odin on any map. And it's not a bad gun. Also, this is not relevant in this game, to be clear. But in the pro scene, it was, I believe DRX was the first team to start buying like double Odins on attack. And having a counter Odin can be really useful on this map because there's gimmicks. Let me show you. This is like a legitimate
Retrieved.
problem in pro games on this map. Is they'll plant the bomb against this pillar. Like here.
Spike dropped.
And then they'll play in this corner here. And this is heavy pen. You do not see me on site. You can't hit me. And medium pen does not go through this wall. And so it's an unwinnable post plant for you. You can't do anything. I just sit here and Odin spam the bomb all around. GG. So the counter Odin can be it can be relevant for post plants like that. And DRX in particular like would frequently play for that type of Odin spam on this map.
One enemy remaining.
Wow. Oh,
Flawless.
But the Odin's also just a good gun, honestly. It's just
God, you guys are not.
it
too
cannot hurt
bad.
to have an Odin.
2 minutes,
especially
I'm
if you're
like
comfortable
pre-flash
with
at
it.
3 minutes.
In a lot of ways, it's similar to the op. It's really hard to push an Odin.
Give me clone. You know what? I have copies of one of him. Like someone.
One
Wait,
suppressed.
drop this. Drop this. This is good.
Relax.
Dude, I'm gonna get spammed, bro.
Smoke down, smoke down. No, no one's gonna stand. No, you can't stand.
Flash.
Viper main.
Flashbang.
3 blind. Where's my Viper? You ruined my timing. Oh, Jet. Yeah, thank you for the assist, bro. Let's updraft dash on the box. Trust me. Trust me. Oh, wow.
What the hell? Asuna, you backseater.
I'm gonna go B.
Anyways, I would have done it.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'll say-
Yeah, I mean, he shot at me. I've been like,
One
okay,
enemy
there he
remaining.
is.
Spike down A.
That does not take my backseat.
I always follow the call, Asuna. When are we duo queuing?
Nice peaceful breeze game.
When are we duo queuing, huh? I'll updraft dash there.
CS2?
No.
Asuna says updraft dash. I say how high. I don't even ask how high. Asuna would have told you if it mattered, bro. Why are you wasting time? Asuna says updraft dash, and before he's done saying dash, I've already updrafted.
Good content.
You even allowed to queue with him? Yes.
KO,
Yeah.
Cypher. Wall B, KO.
Immortal 1 can queue with Radiant.
Knife deployed.
2 out.
3 suppressed.
Two. Nice. Well, last 2 out. Or 1 out.
3 suppressed.
KO for you, Cypher. Wall B, KO. Probably B.
Okay, I think he's specifically playing closer to B when he's got KO ult up because it's easier for him to help hold the site. You get coaches to duo, you get comms listeners in exchange for bad aim /J/light roast. You're not even wrong though. Like my gunfights are the worst part of my game because I neglect them in favor of studying macro all day.
2.
Gunfights aren't that
Well,
bad,
last 2
bro.
out. Or 1 out. Nice.
KO was there.
No, he's
Emergency
done.
reset required.
Can I get res?
One down.
Oh, window.
Flash.
That you're holding.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Snap you with it.
Okay. You may be wondering why he's violating a rule of crosshair placement here. Honestly, half of you probably don't even notice because you already aim this way every time, like noobs. But he's aiming for the close wall right now, which is not correct on average. The reason why it is correct here is because the far wall peak is still heavily angle disadvantaged. And so it's actually better for this person to peek close wall so they can peek out faster. Because this far wall is no good. It's not like they're negating any disadvantage. So because the player has to sort of peek close wall here, the student is holding a close wall head height.
That you were holding.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Snap you with it. I'll getting res. Oh, I should. So
This is the one angle where I pre-met close wall. Honestly, if you're below Immortal, never aim at close wall. You should develop the habit of always aiming at the back wall. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because it's so few in between that you want to aim at close wall. It's really easy to introduce into your gameplay once you're better at the game. It's really easy to make that mental note for certain angles. But if you try to do it like on your own accord when you think it's right, you're going to do it wrong most of the time. I'm not going to lie to you. You should always aim at the back wall.
Right click flash. So someone just tried.
Charlie Mike, let's move.
Ah, fuck it.
Bring money next to you. Yep.
Mid.
Like, I want that habit to be so deeply ingrained into your brain before you decide when you're allowed to not do it.
Target 86 knife deployed.
God. Thought they ran up. No, just two.
So close.
Oh my.
Well, he just fights for mid. That was a crazy long defensive analysis. Forgive me. I mean, you're not complaining, are you? Of course not. Let's go to attack. There's just a lot to unpack. This KO's a tough agent.
You throw a flash while getting revived, yeah.
Shutting them down.
Boop, boop, boop. Nice and easy.
Suppressing.
Did not mean to jump. This is just going to clear bricks. I'm honestly surprised he's throwing this. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Doo-doo. Boop, boop, boop. Before I pass judgment, let's keep watching. Do we have Silver Drone? We do. It doesn't make sense to me.
Flash while getting revived, yeah.
Shutting them down.
Nothing.
Standard entry knife. That's not justification for the knife. Like, I feel like we're gonna Silver Drone. Maybe they're concerned about somebody getting close to peek with like KO pop flash. It could be justification, but I don't know. Oh, he just got blasted.
Down A.
I'm the only one.
Anyways, at this point in time, I'm gonna call that knife a mistake.
You're going for the... Weren't you the one that just lurked that round?
Nope. Got mine.
Okay, so we'll go together.
No, this is. Some people say this is baiting, but this is called using efficiency of resources. It's called waiting for your teammate to die and picking up their gun.
Just tagged me.
He's not even wrong though, by the way. Like, while what his statement was humorous that he just made, he's like, it's not even baiting. It's called using efficiency of resources. He's not wrong. Like, why would you take a fight with a classic when you could take a fight with that Marshall?
Could be flank, by the way.
They're already
so I
downloaded,
didn't buy
or are you on these
account for
third party?
Like, I'm sure half of his chat is Keck Wing, but he's not even wrong.
You cannot. Riot has select programs already downloaded for the software that is like most popularly used. So any software that is like not that popular, they won't. Oh wait, he's not. He's not.
55 backside.
Could be flank elbow.
One shot to our marker.
Flank.
He got the bomb down.
I think he's out. He made it out, like outright. Yeah, that's
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Oh wow. Look at that damage. Fucking me.
that's a lot of damage. Anyways, he knifed as expected here to scout for backside info. He actually threw it more like back here, but they cleared close as they were walking out. And the moment his team cleared close as they're walking out, you'll notice he made the comm not on site. And that's when they picked up the pace to get that bomb down.
People use.
Oh, let's see if he instant knifes. Okay, he's not.
Knife the door.
I was actually really curious.
Shutting them down.
Knifing made yours makes a lot of sense.
Alright, let's try this one.
And the only difference I see between this mid doors knife and this A knife in my head is like likelihood of aggression. I could totally see them fighting mid doors very frequently. I'm not sure about the A main peak. It seems unlikely in this current meta with the map changes, because when you peek A main here, the verticality is actually really annoying. I could see it with the pop flash though, and I'm not good enough at the game
30 seconds.
to know if that's happening in Radiant right now, so I'm gonna hold my judgment till we watch more.
Flash, wait, flashing. Oh, offing, yeah. Flashing again.
That sucks.
Open the door.
Top is stairs or yellow.
And he's so good.
Nice guy running.
One more stairs or yellow.
One enemy remaining.
Said that perfectly. Can you send that to you again? Does that software that?
I just want to point out his jump up.
One enemy remaining.
It's a minor thing, but notice how none of these jumps led to him bumping into the wall that he was jumping up on, which means he maintained his momentum. So when he reaches the top, he's not going to be stationary. So for example, if I just bump as I'm jumping, when I come up top, I've lost my momentum. Like, you see how I've got to like re-accelerate? But if you like properly like time your crouches, let me see if I can do it. I'm not Asuna level. Yeah, you can land without like bumping. He actually does it on all the jumps. He's actually crazy. But essentially, if you like crouch as you're coming up on these micro jumps, you can avoid colliding with the thing. You can actually do it without a crouch if you're timing it really well. But with the crouch, it's much easier. So his first jump, he's jumping right onto the edge here. He's got a lot of room before this corner, so he can jump up, jump up, jump up. And now he's fully mobile. Okay. I just want to point that out because this movement is one of the reasons that he's just like so good. Because when he's coming up at the top, he's faster than the average player would be. Watch again. You see how he doesn't bump at all? It's so good. Like, this is one of the gaps between like coach and player. Like, I even screwed it up there. I clipped on this corner. And this guy could probably do this all day. There it is. There it is. I did it right that time. He could do that every fucking time.
Said that perfectly. Can you send that to you again? Does that software that I can? Type right now?
They're nothing but
I don't know why I read that or something.
It looks minor, but like all of those tiny movement details, he gets right every time. And it's really,
It's hard to hear.
it pays off
I might.
in aggregate.
Do you want a dart mid or do you want me to just knife?
You can knife it.
I'll be
Suppressing.
Oh, we got tech. So he ends up deciding to dart over here. He starts landing roughly like here to spot anybody walking out tunnel in particular. And it's actually multi-purpose. You know why? Because a dude walking out tunnel is actually unlikely to break this. Unlikely to break this. So if it gets broken, it's actually very likely that there's somebody nest. Watch again.
They broke my knife. I have your one.
Notice where we're looking.
They broke my knife.
Okay, so because this knife is so awkward for the tunnel player to break, if it gets broken, very likely that they are nest. Not 100%.
I have your window.
Wait,
I'm not holding.
backside.
I'm not gonna hold window
Last one.
now. Okay.
Viper KO it.
Good one. Watch.
Spike down mid.
I have the spike.
I don't know.
Yeah, he could be.
During pro games, pop. I don't do it in. They know which util going on, and it's not 1, 2, 3.
We're not
pop.
hitting A though, right?
Because 1, 2, 3 pop's kind of like. I also like to call flashing when I'm actually flashing.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
3, 3, 3. KO, Viper, Neon.
Yeah, give me a bomb.
Found them.
3, 3, 3.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
No, fuck me. Maybe it's just common in higher elo.
3, 3, 3. KO, Viper, Neon.
Yeah, give me a bomb.
Maybe they try to take brick space more often.
There's no one B.
You said roll that?
One push B. Like cannon or whatever the fuck.
Hold on.
Flash.
Shit.
Flashbang. Fragment. My ult's ready.
Time for tunnel and.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, one more. Nice.
Oh wow, I suck.
He's okay.
Back.
Can we,
I don't do
I'm
1,
gonna
2,
hide
3
from
pop,
the KO knife.
But I mean,
Not to
no
throw that
harm
knife
in
is off him
telling
for
me,
more
bro.
then. I would say wait until the enemy team kind of tells you that they
Are doing it like Ethan's way.
do that.
Really, yeah. Stepped on the side and we were dog on the map. I spot KO.
Backside.
Started backside, back left, brother.
Tango down.
That is so bad. Wait, this so off is everything.
Pressing.
Reloading.
This is a common concept. Fuck. Okay. So I actually want to point out a League of Legends concept, which is very similar to why we're ulting here. So it's pretty intuitive why he's ulting here, but this is like a general competitive esports thing you can do. So of course he's popping ult before the suppress hits, but more importantly, the ult has like this animation duration. It takes like 3 seconds to cast. Obviously less than 3 seconds. But the point is the cast won't go off until after this suppress happens, but the suppress doesn't cancel the cast. And this concept is sort of universal in competitive games. It's called like buffering animations when you're like already going to get crowd controlled or disabled. The most common is in League would be like, for example, Jinx, League of Legends. If you guys have ever played League and you know Jinx, he's like an 80 carry. Her W ability has like a cast time. It takes her time to cast her W, like 1.5 seconds, which effectively means she's stunned for 1.5 seconds. Like she can't do anything for that 1.5 seconds. So it's like very common in Challenger for Jinx players to press W whenever they're about to get crowd controlled, because crowd control doesn't cancel her animation and she still casts the W. So it's like she didn't even get crowd controlled in the first place because the W is going to make her stand still anyways. This type of using ability as you're about to get hit by some form of CC is like universally applicable in these real-time competitive games. So it's like muscle memory that almost comes intuitively. Like, yeah, he's using downtime and still getting value out of it, because this ult is effectively casting after this suppress lands. Like you see, the suppress comes in before our ult even activates. See, presence detected, and our ult has not even been activated yet.
I spot KO.
Backside.
Back left, brother.
Neon on the GSXR, thank you for the 4
That is
months.
so bad. Wait, this so off is everything.
Pressing.
Reloading.
Let's get a little active.
Let's get a little active.
They're all flank.
Nothing
Just
small.
throw you to Molly, Xander. Molly.
Relax, very fucking.
This is really important as well. Instead of saying, I have flank, stall them B main, which is like not a bad call, but it's slow. He's just immediately telling his team what he wants from them first. Like Molly B main, Molly B main. And then like you can tell them like I've got flank timing or whatever. But it's very important, especially at a higher level, that your teammate does the thing you need them to do as fast as possible. Because he's got this timing here where he goes, I mean, he should have gotten 2. Unlucky. Like it's already round winning.
One enemy remaining.
She. Unfortunately, we don't see many attack-sided flashes. It's mostly just knives, and then he's just playing really good Valorant. But hey, that's the luck of the draw with these pro analysis VODs. Thank you for the VOD. We got all the tech on defense.